A scene now familiar across Europe's borders. Thousands of migrants stuck between Greece and Macedonia, living in makeshift camps and uncertain of what the future holds.
People coming from Syria are fleeing from war and they are in need of international protection. The way to work on asylum is to give people access to the asylum process.
That system has itself come under strain. A record 1.25 million people formally applied for asylum in the EU in 2015, most of them from Syria, Iraq, or Afghanistan. So-called economic migrants often aren't given that chance. European policy aims to deport those who don't qualify as refugees, sending them to Turkey and ultimately back to their countries of origin. An agreement to allow readmission into Turkey goes into effect on June 1st. The EU has also been reaching into its pockets, promising financial aid to Turkey, Jordan and Lebanon in exchange for reducing or managing the flow of migrants crossing their borders and heading to Europe. Last year, EU member states agreed on a plan to relocate a total 160,000 migrants across the bloc. Each country's quota was calculated by factors including GDP and unemployment rate, the idea being to ease the burden on entry points like Italy and Greece. But the scheme has been slow to take hold. Only a few hundred people have been relocated so far, and tens of thousands remain stranded. A key element of Europe's strategy are migrant hotspots, screening zones to register new arrivals and separate economic migrants from asylum seekers. The centres have not been set up as quickly as planned, though 5 are active in the Greek islands. They've helped with what can be a long and complicated identification process. In Greece, for example, the proportion of migrants fingerprinted on arrival increased from 8% in September to 78% in January. Some members of the EU have taken unilateral action, though many of those measures have been criticized by European officials and human rights activists. Several countries have closed their borders, including Macedonia, Slovenia, and Austria.